Okay guys, after 48 hours of watching Matt Pat's gaming theories, I've finally come to the conclusion that he could not be more wrong about the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. And there's numerous reasons backing up this bold claim. Games overlooked, animatronics forgotten, Easter eggs never found. By this point, the least I can do is clean up the mess he's made. Where to start? There's so much to go over, so much to uncover, so much to reveal. So I guess we'll start from the beginning. Most people believe the first game in the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline is FNAF 4. And that's exactly what they want you to think. If you read the book Runaway Twin by Peg Kieran, you probably know where I'm going with this. The first game in the timeline is actually Five Nights at the Krusty Krab. Now, I know what you're thinking here. Corbin, that game's not even canon in the FNAF timeline. It's not even made by Scott Cawthon. And that's exactly what they want you to think. But allow me to blow your minds with this groundbreaking evidence. This game takes place at the Krusty Krab, and who's at the Krusty Krab? Mr. Krabs, of course. And what does Mr. Krabs like? Money! And you know what they say about money? The fact that it's the root of all evil. And you know who else is evil? William Afton. Now that I've explained the first game and told you about the existence of William Afton, I guess it's time I tell you about the man who's behind it all. Piggy Patch. If you were as blind as I once were, you'd probably think William Afton's behind the murders of the 5 children. But that's exactly what they want you to think. Piggy Patch was framing his dad for the crimes he committed, because the son of William Afton is indeed Barry from the B movie, who just so happens to possess the first animatronic, Piggy Patch. Coincidence? William is also bad though, because he's got a thing for bees, and nobody, trust me, no one likes bees. Barry's first 5 murders would take place during Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, which is the second game in the timeline. I will not explain why Security Breach is the second game in the timeline due to time constraints, but it is though, trust. If you've seen The Shining by Stanley Kubrick, you would know that the spirits of the hotel would possess people. The same instance happens at the Afton household as well. All the spirits of the house possessed by Barry Afton to do one thing, and that's to kill. He's a murderer, and murder is bad. After the events of the 5 murders taking place at the Mega Pizzaplex, we now get to see the third game take place, which is actually all 4 of the original FNAF games, since all the souls have been stuffed inside of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Doctor Strange from The Force Awakens.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With these 4 games comes the most important character of them all. Mr. Hippo is actually responsible for all the rest of the killings throughout the games in the timeline, such as Five Nights at Stanley Hudson's, and even Five Nights at Corby El Nino's. Given that all these killings are held responsible to none other than Mr. Hippo, this makes him without a doubt the key to cracking this mysterious lore. Which is exactly what they want you to think. How could someone so friendly murder so many innocents? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Afton is Mr. Hippo himself. Allow me to prove this theory with groundbreaking evidence. They're both purple. Due to time constraints, I cannot tell you where the other games go into place. But here's the rest of the games if you infants must fucking know. In the end, during the events of Five Nights at Speeds, we receive this very real cutscene. Here we go, watch it.
I fucking knew it! Ah, my head! My head!
Speed would die of severe brain damage shortly after the secret cutscene. But who pushed the PC on his head? While there are many speculations on this conundrum, one suspect sits out among the rest. Plankton heard about the events of the Five Nights at the Krusty Krab, so in turn finally decided to make things right by ending Speed, who was the initial creator of all the animatronics the whole time. I know I said Five Nights at the Krusty Krab was the first game, but it's actually also the last when you really think about it, so. But in all honesty, at the end of the day, this whole entire theory, in fact, is exactly what they want you to think. Plankton heard about the events of Five Nights at the Krusty Krab, so in turn finally decided to make things right by ending Speed, who was the initial creator of all the animatronics the whole time. Fuck, animatronics? How do I say it? Animatronics? Dude, I don't know. Animatrix. Animatrix.
What?
Animatrix.
Say
Say it.
It's
Animatrix?
animatronics, bro.
Animatronics. Tronics. Yeah. I'm ready. Alright, here we go. Plankton heard about the events of the Five Nights at the Krusty Krab, so in turn finally decided to make things right by ending Speed, who was the initial creator of all the animatronics. God damn it!